went antique shopping today with a plan. And instead, I came home with one piece that just felt right for my kitchen. So what I want to share with you today is what I found, where I tried it, and let you help me decide which spot looks best. I've moved it around a bit, tried a couple of spots, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on where it belongs.
Hello, sweet friends. Welcome. Today's video, I am going to be sharing a few finds that I got today, and then I'm going to take you through and share with you a couple other things that I've done in the house. I got out and, of course, went to the grocery store and hit a couple of antique stores and then Aldi's on my way home. Because today is Thursday, and this weekend, I think Saturday and Sunday, they are calling for all of the snow, supposedly some winter storm for the books type thing. So I'm hoping and praying that they are wrong and none of us get the really bad stuff. But I wanted to get out today and run around and get everything done because tomorrow is a babysitting day. And I also need to run over to Home Depot and try to get the process of my new countertops started. And then Saturday and Sunday and probably Monday, maybe even Tuesday, depending on what all we get, I won't be leaving the house. So I wanted to get out today and hit some antique stores, and I did. And one thing I found I really, really like, and I'm going to be taking you in there and showing you that. The other things are just two small items that I thought I'd share. So anyway, enough babbling, and let me share what I got. Okay, this first thing, this piece keeps falling off of it, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get that back on. But it is a grater, and it's hand painted. And there's a sticker on back that said that's the way it was, sold. It was sold already painted. It's a glass jar, and it caught my eye because of the green, because I have the touches of green in my kitchen. And I thought, oh, that's really cute. I think it was $12. It does have wear to it, but it doesn't bother me. So I got that. And this other piece that I got is part of a collection that I bring out during the spring and summer. During the winter and fall, I pack it away. But I found one. I have a cookie jar and some bowls in this. But I found today for $10, I found the grease jar. And what is it? Hull? Yeah, Hull. I call it the Daisy. I don't know what it is, what the print's called. I remember my grandma having some of this, so I'm really drawn to it, I guess, because of that. So I got this today, and I got that, and I got one more thing, which we're going to go look at. All right, but before then, I thought I'd show you. I went ahead and brought down, so I'm going to be starting my spring decor before I know it. So I went ahead and brought this down out of my sewing room to put the grease jar with it. And I've got a clear place in my kitchen to put it. But that's the set. And I'm always looking for new pieces, so hopefully it will grow. All right, I don't know how many of you have ever noticed, but for a while now I've been using this. It's a laundry basket for my trash can in here in the kitchen. And today I found something else. All right, so it does stick out farther than the laundry basket did, so I had to switch sides. And all I've done is vacuum it out. I haven't cleaned it or anything, so it's going to need a good wipe down. But I wanted to see if it'd work first. So I had to put it over here. What do you think with those two woods right next to each other? I'm a little unsure about that.
But my trash can did fit in it. It's just I had to turn it catty corner. I haven't tried to take it back out to empty it though. I'll worry about that later. I'll worry about that later. Let's try it on the other side real quick and let me show you why I think it needs to go there. All right, first off, before I do that, this is where the trash can usually was, very deep. Is that the word? I don't know. It didn't stick out very far. This one, as you can see, sticks out probably close to double the amount. So I tried it over here. Here's coming in through the back door. So, you can still walk through and everything. But let's try the other side. So here it is. If I put it back, I'll be honest, I like it better on this side. The only problem is it's not a clear path to the door. It did stick out to right about there. So you got all this section more. And it's not me. I wouldn't care to zigzag through it. But it's Brit. He's at work, so he hasn't it yet. I mean, it don't look too bad sticking out there. It's not like it's a tight squeeze. I mean, that's a good amount to give you to walk around. All right, so I did have to move that tall cabinet back this way a little bit because I had it scooted a little bit more in to make room. So this is the honest what it would be walking in. I mean, that's still a pretty good amount of space. Anyway, that's what I got today at one of the antique stores. I absolutely love it. I mean, it's old, prim, homemade box. It's got slats on the back too. You just can't see them. And look at this. This is how come I thought, oh, perfect for my kitchen. I did not do that. It came that way. The green around the edge. I don't know. I kind of feel like if I do end up using it, I need to, this has been replaced. So I need to probably paint over that a little bit. And then this has been replaced. I mean, it's still old, but it's not as old as the actual bin. So I don't know. What you think? Good or not? I've been slowly changing things around in the house lately. So let me show you a few more updates that I've made while I was in the decorating mindset. All right, for right now, this is where I put that grater. I don't know if it's going to stay or grinder or whatever it's called. But I'm going to probably be putting my daisies up there above the window, and I'll move those 2 tins somewhere else. But it mixes good with my yellowware. And just a little summery spring touch in here. All right, I just decided to switch out those molds. And I put them back on the dining room table inside the big bowl. I think they look really pretty in this bowl. I've had them in here before. But I also think something else needs to be on the table besides that. And then all I did was put the lid back on the antique dough box. And I had those 2 things in the bowl, so I set them on that. Then there's that coffee pot. I had that wood bucket up there. And yesterday, I think it was, I switched that out. And I put some like doily and stuff like that underneath it just to soften it a bit.
And up here on this shelf, I had 2 Crocs and then 2 Crocs. And the more I looked at it, the more I didn't like it with those pictures there. So I took them out and just put 2 old cigar boxes there instead. So I'm still trying to decide if I should leave those chicken pictures there or if I ought to move them into the kitchen. I definitely like this better than what it was. I don't remember everything I shared in here last time, but I know I didn't share my coat rack where I ended up putting it. I put it in here. I have 3 old coats. I'd like to have some old purses and things like that. One time I had some. Like everything else, I guess I sold them. And so I went ahead and drilled a hole in that red broom also. And I don't think I've shared this, where I added the flags in because all that was where the coat rack was. So I haven't shared how I changed this around. Then I just put one of my antique teddy bears and some red and blue books. And then some antique baby shoes. And there's a stack of antique children's books underneath there. And then, like I said, here's my flags that I had in the corner where the coat rack is. They're now here. I don't know if I'll leave them there, but I think it looks all right. About ready to trip over this cedar chest. I just added some umbrellas. And one time I had an antique umbrella stand. And like everything else, got rid of it. So I'm going to be looking for that. I am bound and determined to get this room to look the way I want it to look. I know I've told you before that I struggle with decorating bedrooms. And if you watch Susan at the old so-and-so, she has such a talent for decorating bedrooms. I mean, I watch, her bedrooms are my favorite spaces to watch because I'm always looking for ideas and inspiration. So this is like the main wall that I want to change out. I need to figure out what I want to do there. I'm going to take that brick wallpaper down and, it's kind of starting to have a little bit of a red, white, and blue theme in here. So I may embrace that and go primitive Americana in here. It's just my antique pictures I've hung up. I'd like to fill up this whole wall with, all different sizes. And then I just cleared out and have a little bit less up here than I did before. And then there's just a crock with some more antique books and quilt pieces. I love this little light. I think I got this in Princeton. I think. I used to be able to remember where everything come from. I don't do as well with that anymore. And then there's my Stife Bears that I got at that estate sale. My gate just fell over. I'd like to have some more hats and some purses and play around with this area a little bit more.
And I like how I have this washstand as a nightstand on that side. I need to find one for this side. That's where I put the coat rack for right now. I probably need to move that mirror over that's sort of behind it, reposition it. And then there's my old vacuum type thing that I had in the guest bedroom. And then that's that coal ash bin. I just brought it up here because there's no room in front of the fireplace right now. And a couple more old suitcases. And I love this picture right here. I got this at a local antique store. And one more space I've changed out lately. So I put a new shower curtain up in here. And I like it because the design matches the walls. And I got it at like TJ Maxx or Home Goods, one of them. The only thing I don't like, and I don't know why I did it, they had some real dark green throw rugs, and I didn't get them. I went with these, and they're super soft. But I don't know why I think it was because the lace on that shower curtain is lighter, and I thought for some reason, oh yeah, let's pull off of that. But I wish I would have got the dark green ones. And then there's my celluloid mirror collection. And I just drilled tiny holes and hung them with paneling nails. And the only other thing I did in here is I put this taller ladder there because I hung this mirror, which I need to paint. I'd gotten that big mirror off my son when he moved out of his house, but it definitely needs to be painted. And the other ladder I had up was this exact same height, so I went with the taller ladder. I had switched out a little while back and put this sampler in here. Okay, so what do you think? This is where I'm going to leave it for now. I think it looks pretty cute. The ultimate test will be when Brett gets home. All right, my sweet friends, thank you so much for stopping by and spending a little time with me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy day to sit down and watch me. So I appreciate it so much. And if you enjoy these kind of videos, I ask that you please hit that like button and follow along and leave me a comment so we can get to know each other. I thank you so much for stopping by today, and I will see you soon.